everyone, my name is Natalie Nelson. First of all, thank you for taking the time to meet with me. Whilst we would all love to be together face to face where we can have eye contact, ask direct questions and have a laugh or two, at the moment what I can do is talk directly to you and then invite you to ask questions via the Facebook page or email me directly. I'll also be running small group meetings via Zoom in the coming weeks so we can get to know each other a little. Please keep an eye out for them on the school's Facebook page if you're interested in attending. You might want to know a little bit about me. Well, I've been a principal for over 10 years and this will be my third community that I'll have the pleasure of working with. Each community has been diverse and has been rewarding as we build a vibrant, positive and connected community together. My mission is for your child to feel like they belong as they pursue their love of learning. The staff members that work with you and your child will be invested in deliberate practice to create a community that truly makes a difference. This won't happen immediately, but it will develop over time through shared experiences and an aligned focus on what matters most, learning. People matter has always been my mantra, and I would describe myself as someone who leads with their head and their heart. I value and ensure an approach to positive education, having high expectations, a clear instructional framework for teaching and learning, using evidence and research to make decisions and develop partnerships. Our endeavour is that after 7 years of education, your child is just as curious and displays a yearning for learning as when they first arrived, filled with wonder. Education is about the aha moments when a child's world expands and connects. The first moment is when they have learnt to read. They have mastered that symbols have sounds, that a collection of sounds make words they can decode and read with purpose and meaning. They are able to transfer their thinking into meaningful words to entertain, persuade and inform for a variety of audiences. Writing is powerful. We want your child to see the purpose and connection in all that they do. That moment when they apply problem solving and mathematical thinking to make a robot dance, or engineer and print a 3D object to a design solution, or maybe even create an image or make a sculpture come to life through enhanced digital technology. We want your child to understand how their brain works and what their body needs to function, flourish and thrive. We want your child to learn a language that is not their first. But most of all, we want your child to understand they can influence their world now and into the future. After all, this generation will be the ones who will live with sustainable environmental solutions and probe for innovative policies and practices to work with artificial intelligence in an ethical and social manner. We have begun the thought process about the symbols that will represent us. I want something that represents who we are and the journey you have travelled to get here, a connection between our First Peoples and your children. I've engaged an Indigenous artist, Deanne Gilson, to work with the school community and the branding company Nutshell to develop a symbol that represents the land in which the site resides, the Western Volcanic Plains, and has a bush tucker element to it. The story about the land in which the school resides is such an interesting one. From what I have sourced and read, the land during white settlement was owned by the Cropley family and they grew hay and had cattle. The farm was called May Farm. Mrs. G. Cropley, we don't know what her first name is as we didn't record women's names in those days, had a school located on the farm property. It is such a beautiful feeling to know that the land was used for educational purposes at some stage. And now we have a magnificent state-of-the-art school for your children to be educated in. The colours chosen will be reminiscent of the native grasslands and eucalyptus trees that were there and have been replanted in your new school. The food technology space will also have potential to develop an Indigenous edible garden in the future for your children to learn from. The values of the school will also reflect the elements that we all require to flourish. Through our combined strength and focus, we will lead our community to be positive, connected and vibrant. A respect of all cultures and beliefs is an essential characteristic of global citizens. Thus, we live by a set of values that underpin this. We want our students, staff, parents and community members to show the following 4 values. Together, be a team player by, I use my head and my heart to benefit others. I am a team player and a good friend. I celebrate others' achievements and I help others to succeed. The second value of strength is be courageous, and they'll do this by I smile and use my manners. I choose to do what is right even when no one is looking. I push through challenges and I know my inner layer holds me together. The third value is focus. Be a learner, and we do this by I am ready to learn. I stop, I engage, I track the speaker. I actively participate so I can progress. I am curious, creative, and I ask questions, and I am willing to have a go even when it is challenging. Our fourth value is to lead, to be influential. And I do this by I use my inner ability to be the best that I can be. I speak up when something feels wrong. I am kind to myself and others, and I can explain my goals and my thinking. I'm hoping to engage with you and your children to design and create the characters that match each of these values. We will vote on them and embrace what will be our value characters for our school. This will happen via Facebook, and I'm very excited to go through this process together with you. I've had some questions about how we teach. All government schools follow the Victorian curriculum. Schools have autonomy over the manner in which we teach the curriculum areas. We teach to the individual needs of our students in each of the curriculum areas. This doesn't mean we have 25 individual programs. It means that we assess your child's learning needs and differentiate our teaching and learning program to suit those needs. Each lesson begins with a whole class focus. This is where the teacher discusses the learning intention and success criteria in which the children will work towards achieving. This is followed by explicit teaching of those outcomes and skills, after which they'll be given the opportunity to practice those skills taught through authentic learning tasks. Within each concept taught, the children are given personalised learning goals. How they practice these goals will vary within each lesson. For example, they could work independently or with a partner or within a small group. During this time, the teacher works with a small group of students on a set instructional goal. An important part of learning is allowing the students to reflect with their teacher and peers on their understanding of concepts taught, as well as the progress made towards their individual learning goals. This can occur at any time throughout the lesson. The teaching of writing and numeracy is taught using a similar approach, although the emphasis of numeracy is on the strategies and problem solving rather than just learning the algorithms. All other areas of the curriculum are grouped together under an inquiry approach. Your child will be posed a question or an idea for them to investigate, and then they present their findings to others. This could have a focus on biological science or history, geography, or economics. There are many specialist programs that we can offer. We will be seeking input from the community during Term 4 to determine the priorities and interests. This will also include which language provision will be most suitable. We will definitely offer physical education in the first year. There have been a number of questions about the operational matters of the school. These will be communicated via the Facebook page as feedback is sought from you and decisions are made together. The school opens the gates at 8:30 a.m. Students are expected to be in the classrooms from 8:40 a.m. and lessons will begin at 8:50 a.m. We will have 6 50-minute sessions throughout the day and finish school at 3 p.m. There are no set eating times. Students can eat and graze at the discretion of the teacher and the appropriateness of the age group and events of the day. There will be 2 playtime sessions outside, one for 30 minutes and the other for 40 minutes. Regarding the school crossing, I'm currently working with Wyndham City Council on the appropriate location and will keep you informed as decisions are made. We have also begun the process of appointing an outside school hours care provider. This should be announced in midterm 4. In regards to enrolments, all the details are on the Facebook page. Just click on the links and follow the prompts. You need to pay some costs when your child goes to a government school. Costs can be for essential items, optional extras, or voluntary payments to the school. Fees are generally set by the school council, and this is determined in Term 4. Most government primary school fees for essential items are anywhere between $250 to $350 per year per child. This covers all curriculum materials, resources, books, and stationery. In addition to these costs throughout the year, there may be additional extras for excursions, incursions, and camps. These typically cost between $6 to $10 per child per event. There may be up to 6 to 8 events per year. You will also be expected to purchase uniform. Generally, this is an initial setup cost of around $300. Most schools will offer a payment plan. We are still working through the digital learning devices supplied by the school. It is unlikely there will be costs associated for a student-purchased one-to-one device in 2021, but likely in the future. We are also in the process of selecting the best option to deliver robotics and coding for the school. We're really pleased to announce that we've partnered with PSW to supply a uniform for your children. There is a retail outlet in Hoppers Crossing, as well as click and collect and online orders. The colour palette and most items have been proposed, and we are working through those currently. We hope to have a design ready to show you through Facebook very soon. The uniform will be smart and stylish. It will involve a checked shirt and dress, a woolen jumper or a vest, a soft shell jacket, and grey shorts, trousers, skirt or a skirt. We will be seeking input from the community about the design for the sports uniform. I've had some queries already about the Early Learning Centre and sporting fields adjacent to the school. I've been invited onto the planning committee for the Early Learning Centre. The site will be managed by Wyndham City Council, and Early Childhood Management Services will manage the Early Childhood Centre. The intention is for a construction to begin in 2021 for a 2022 opening. For more information about the proposed sporting fields adjacent to the school, please visit the Wyndham City Council site. And lastly, I want to say I appreciate how difficult this is for all of us. I know some of you are worried about your houses not being completed in time, or that there has been some disruption to this year. I can assure you that we will work together. The school was ahead of schedule in its construction. I'm confident it will be completed in time. And don't worry about our disrupted 2020. We will educate your child at their starting point. Your child's educational journey is 13 years long. We have time. Right now, our focus is on yours and my well-being, having a laugh and appreciating the little things. Please reach out, send a private message on Facebook or email me. We will have a phone number shortly as well, and the appointment of a business manager and an assistant principal. I am really looking forward to introducing them both to you. Until we meet again, stay safe, be kind, and laugh a little.